What's going on, everybody? Mike McIntyre here, back from All Things Sports, bringing you a brand new review today. I have the new Adidas Whitespark collection. Let's get into this brand new review. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for stopping by. Mike McIntyre, All Things Sports, bringing you a brand new review. Just before we get into it, be sure to check out those first links down below in the description. Please support the channel, subscribe, like, comment, you know the drill, and let's get into this brand new review. Okay guys, so here we go. I have the new Adidas X Speedflow Plus in the new Whitespark pack collection colorway. These look pretty good. I actually like these. So let's get into the box, drawer style box. You slide it open. Actually, one thing that's pretty funny is these are called the Speedflow, and you can see on the box there it says Ghosted. So I actually thought that was kind of funny. Nice string bag. I always like a white string bag with these gray accents and orange strings. Let's get into the boots themselves. Number one and number two. Alright guys, so that's your first look at the new Whitespark collection Adidas X Speedflow. Again, being the Speedflow Plus, there are no laces, obviously. I have reviewed these before. I'm a huge fan, actually. I really like these. And there is a slight difference between these and the 0.1 version with laces. There's a little bit of a different texture on the Plus model, the laceless model. I actually like the texture. It adds some sort of kind of waxy coating feeling to the upper. I would not call it grip, but there is just a different texture between this one and the 0.1, so just be aware of that. I have done a video explaining the two and comparing the differences, so you guys can go check that out if you're interested in knowing more. But let's get into the review of the Whitespark collection. So I actually like the colorway. Obviously it's a white base with these gray hits and accent colors, and obviously orange being that third color. You can see it in the stripes, and obviously on the sole plate, in the tip of the studs and all of that. I think it looks good. I think it comes together really good, and I think it's a really good looking pack. I kind of like when brands do a pack that have the same kind of base color all throughout, and they're the same three colors, and I just think it looks pretty good. So huge fan of the colorway. We'll talk quickly about the upper and the tech specs, and then we'll try them on to show you an on-feet look at the X Speedflow Plus. So the upper is, again, technically a prime knit material, but they are calling it a textile material on their specifications on their website. The reason being is because you're using this kind of base mesh material to create the upper. There is some knitted material in here as well, but it does have that waxy coating on top, making it feel a little bit different. It does kind of give you that textile material, but in all the descriptions I've read, they're still calling it a prime knit. So there's a little bit of, question marks there, as opposed as, what exactly is the upper made out of? I'm going to describe it as a prime knit, but it definitely does have that kind of textile mesh material feel to it, with a kind of thin silicone waxy coating layer on top. There is that 3D cage system on the inside of the boot, giving the boot its kind of shape and the support system and all of that. Because it's laceless, obviously you're looking for a way to lock your foot in without traditional laces, so they have that 3D engineered frame on the inside of the boot, giving the boot its structure. Of course, you have a speed frame sole plate with that Carbotex insert in the forefoot. I like the sole plate. I like the external heel counter, and the Carbotex insole is a little bit gimmicky perhaps, but it does provide some stiffness to that forefoot area. Of course, it is coated with that very fancy finish. That is something that Adidas always says could potentially wear off with use, so that's what those stickers are on the bottom. The stud pattern is not my favorite. They're a little bit more bladey kind of shaped studs compared to conical ones this time around. They are still technically FGAG, but I just would prefer them to be a little bit more conical rather than these kind of, bladed shaped studs that we see here on the Speedflow Plus. So that is my little critique with them. In the heel area, again, external heel counter, but you have these nice kind of memory foam pads down here in the heel, providing you with some lockdown. But again, they are very, very good. It just, comes down to whether you want laces or not. So that's pretty much it for the tech specs and the review and the colorway. Let's slip them on feet to talk about fit and feel. Okay guys, so there's a first look at the X Speedflow Plus on feet. Again, I've tried this boot on before, and I really do like the way it fits. It's very tight. It is snug, don't get me wrong. It's a speed boot after all. But for wide-footed people and a laceless design, this is probably the best that you're going to get, and it's the best that we've seen so far, in my opinion. Again, I just like the way it sits on my foot. I like the way that it hugs my foot and that there are no creases or any weird spaces at any point. So I think it fits really, really well. I like the feel of the upper. I like the overall sensation that you get on feet. It will feel a little bit tight from right out of the box, and I suspect that it'll loosen up a little bit over time. getting more and more comfortable the more you wear them. I don't feel any discomfort in the heel area that I have felt in other boots in the past. This one just feels really, really good. And again, it's an Adidas boot, so you can absolutely go true to size and they will fit you perfectly. So again, just wide-footed people, you'll get into them. Just be aware that they might feel a little bit snug from right out of the box. Give them some time. I have a relatively tall arch, not tall arch, but I guess a good solid arch, so I do feel a little bit of that kind of stretch on the top of the foot where the laces would normally be. Give the boot some time. That area should stretch out a little bit over time, just making the boot soften up and feel a little bit more comfortable. But overall, huge fan. I love the way it fits, and you can see how it looks on feet, that it's absolutely perfectly fitting, streamlined, and no dead spaces, which is one of my favorite features of this boot. If you're interested, again, true to size, no doubt about that. And that's pretty much it for the on-feet portion. Let's send it back to the desk and wrap the video up. So there you have it, guys. There's my review of the X Speedflow Plus in the new Whitespark collection colorway. Love the way this boot looks. Big fan of the colorway. Huge fan of the way it fits. I think it's a really, really solid offering from Adidas and probably their best one yet in terms of speed boot and in terms of a laceless speed boot at that. It fits really well, huge fan, and I absolutely love it. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you have any questions, leave that down below. I'll definitely get an answer out to you. You know the drill. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really helps the video out. And I'll catch you guys in the next review. Mike McIntyre signing off for now. All things sports. Take care. Peace.